In this podcast episode, Jack Symes, a philosopher and researcher at Durham University, engages in a philosophical discussion with Jordan Peterson, exploring the intricate relationship between consciousness, the concept of God, and the human condition. The conversation delves into existential themes, the nature of belief, and the implications of a universe that often appears indifferent to human existence. The episode opens with a reflection on the absurd, a philosophical concept that highlights the struggle for meaning in a universe that does not inherently provide it. Peterson articulates the discomfort that arises from acknowledging the cold, dark, and empty aspects of existence. This discomfort is contrasted with the necessity of embracing the search for meaning, even when it seems elusive. Symes echoes this sentiment, emphasizing the importance of living authentically and honestly in the face of existential challenges. The discussion transitions to the topic of consciousness, a central theme in Symes' work. He shares his perspective on the nature of consciousness, arguing that it is a fundamental aspect of existence that cannot be fully explained by neuroscience or biology alone. He posits that consciousness must be considered at the foundation of our understanding of the universe, suggesting that it is not merely a byproduct of physical processes, but an essential component of reality. Symes references Elon Musk's views on consciousness, particularly the idea that it may be ubiquitous or entirely absent in the universe. He emphasizes the significance of conscious experiences, asserting that they shape our understanding of the world and our place within it. The conversation touches on the limitations of scientific approaches to consciousness, highlighting the distinction between the easy and hard problems of consciousness, as articulated by philosopher David Chalmers. As the conversation progresses, the focus shifts to the nature of God and the ongoing debate between atheists and theists. Symes critiques the portrayal of God in popular discourse, arguing that many atheists engage with a straw man version of God that does not accurately reflect the complexities of theistic belief. He emphasizes the need for clarity in discussions about God, suggesting that both sides must specify what they mean when they refer to the divine. Peterson and Symes explore the implications of a crisis of belief in contemporary society, noting that traditional notions of God are often challenged by modern philosophical thought. They discuss the importance of understanding the characterizations of God found in religious texts, particularly in the Judeo-Christian tradition, and how these characterizations inform our understanding of morality and existence. A significant portion of the discussion centers around the concept of faith, particularly the idea of the leap of faith. Symes argues that faith is not merely a blind acceptance of propositions, but an existential commitment to a higher order of being. He draws parallels between the biblical figure of Job and the modern individual's struggle with faith in the face of suffering and injustice. Job's refusal to abandon his faith, despite overwhelming adversity, serves as a powerful example of the strength of belief. The conversation also touches on the relationship between faith and truth. Symes suggests that while faith may not always align with empirical evidence, it can provide a framework for understanding the complexities of existence. Peterson challenges this notion, emphasizing the importance of grounding beliefs in truth rather than mere comfort. This tension between faith and rationality becomes a recurring theme throughout the episode. The discussion naturally leads to the problem of evil, a philosophical challenge that questions the existence of a benevolent God in light of the suffering present in the world. Symes acknowledges the difficulty of reconciling the existence of evil with the notion of a perfect God. He references various philosophical defenses, including the idea that free will allows for the possibility of evil and the notion that suffering can lead to greater goods. Peterson raises the systemic problem of evil, as articulated by philosopher Eugen Nagasawa, which critiques the idea that a perfect God would create a world governed by evolution and natural selection, a process that inherently involves suffering. Symes responds by emphasizing the importance of understanding the moral order of the universe and the role of human agency in shaping that order. As the conversation progresses, Symes articulates a vision of existence rooted in the Abrahamic tradition. He argues that the stories found in religious texts provide a framework for understanding the human condition and the pursuit of meaning. The figure of Abraham, who is called to leave his comfortable life and embark on a journey filled with challenges, serves as a metaphor for the human experience of striving for purpose amidst adversity. Symes posits that the essence of the Abrahamic vision is not the pursuit of pleasure or the absence of pain, but rather the embrace of a noble and adventurous life. He suggests that true fulfillment comes from facing challenges and striving towards higher ideals, even in the face of suffering. This perspective contrasts sharply with hedonistic views that prioritize immediate gratification. The episode concludes with a discussion of the interplay between competing values and the quest for unity in a fragmented world. Symes argues that a lack of overarching purpose can lead to anxiety and disunity, while a coherent framework of values can provide direction and meaning. He emphasizes the importance of integrating values into a hierarchical structure that leads towards a higher good. Peterson challenges this notion, suggesting that individuals can find meaning in a patchwork of values without necessarily adhering to a monotheistic framework. Symes counters that while this may be possible, it often comes at the cost of coherence and stability. He argues that the pursuit of a unified vision of existence, as exemplified by the Abrahamic tradition, offers a more robust foundation for navigating the complexities of life.